Hi everyone, it is Jen here at LGTV News, and it is the week of the Wildo Market, which means Darla Dunn is taking over and bringing with us interviews with some of her awesome vendors that are going to be here this weekend. So, without further ado, I'm going to let her introduce you to our next guest. Darla, take it away.
Good morning, Wildomar. It is Darla Dunn, your market organizer here, and I am blessed to be met with a very amazing woman, Andrea from Fawn Co. And I'm going to be talking to her a little bit about what she does and what she's bringing to the market. I think you have probably seen her out there. If you've been doing markets anywhere, it's hard to miss. So I welcome and introduce Andrea.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so blessed to be here and sit with you and be a part of this community that you're creating.
Yeah, I'm trying. I sure am. So we were just talking, and you were giving me a little bit of background about your company. So Fawn Company. What? Tell me a little bit about that name.
Fawn Co. So F is my husband. My husband's name's Fernando. A is myself, Andrea. W is my oldest, William, and it's Noah.
Oh.
So it's a little acronym for everybody in our family and company, because companies, I'm sure as you're aware, especially small businesses, it takes a village sometimes.
It takes a community.
It really does. It does. So that's why I put and company, because it's a team effort in our house.
I love that too. And Fawn is kind of like a baby or something that you helped develop. That's
something
pretty neat.
Kind of coddle. So it just happened. It worked.
It worked. Well, I spotted you at the Marietta Market, and I remember you were set up not too far from me, and I looked over and I just saw just this beautiful tent. Tell me about what you bring.
I am a greenhouse first and foremost, and my business kind of evolved around my greenhouse. I have a love for plants and interior decorating with plants, and just how much plants can elevate a space, whether it be the pot or just the aesthetic of it. So Fawn Co was brought to you with plants. So everything stemmed with the greenhouse, and we evolved into candles. But yeah, that is the gist of our company. Everything is non-toxic, clean for your house, and bringing something a little bit more elevated and still sophisticated, but have that reassurance of being non-toxic and family friendly.
Yeah. Well, something really special about her candles, she uses these really beautiful vessels.
Oh, yes.
And you make those.
I do. So all my planters, if it's out of cement, if you've ever visited our canopy, our tent, or booth, we make everything from start to finish. So our vessels are all hand casted. That's why I always say the hard part is picking your scent, the fun part is picking your vessel, because no two are ever the same. So that's always something special to you. And our idea behind it was, once you're done burning your candle, you can use it as a vessel.
I love
planter.
that. Upcycle.
Yes, upcycle. Yes, very sustainable, reusable, something to give back to your home decor.
Yeah. So you literally make it. I mean, you grow it.
Yep.
And you make it.
We grow it, we make it.
How did you get started in something like this?
We were talking briefly about this. So my background is in retail. I worked for in a luxury house for almost 12 years, and then once I had my second, COVID had just hit when he was 6 months, and being in retail and working face to face, especially in a high foot traffic area that I was in, I was a little apprehensive to come home and bringing something that could be potentially harmful to my baby.
Yeah, it's scary.
So yeah, exactly. It was a little unknown at the time, and so we made the hard decision for us to just me stay home and take care of both of our boys at that time, and that's when, I've always had a love for houseplants, and at the time I was collecting, and my husband said, hey, we're on one income now, your hobby is getting expensive, and I was into all the more rare plants. So a lot of the plants that I do carry at the time, I was one of the maybe out of 5 or 6 people that carried those plants at the time.
Wow.
So I started with the variegated monstera, which is the green and white, so it's not just a full green monstera that you find at Lowe's or Home Depot. Now they're more readily available. you'll see them from time to time.
I love it.
Yes.
I don't have one, but I dreamt of one.
Okay, so I specialize in the Monstera Albo, which is the full white versus what you'll see at like Lowe's or Home Depot, the speckled Tycon. Without going into too much detail, I started propagating those and growing those, and then something kind of evolved and such, and that's how my business started. Is my husband pushing me to start my own business. In your home, you still have that itch to want to be driven and do stuff. Why don't you start your own business? I think you'd be great at it. And so I ended up doing that. I started an Instagram solely on plants, and my Instagram is still solely plants, but we've added a little bit of plants to the candles to that as well. But yes, so that is how my business evolved.
Incredible. Yeah, and it's funny because during that time period of 2020, it was like everybody's lives got shaken up,
100%.
thrown up in the air, and then we're alive.
Exactly.
So it was born out of kind of necessity, change,
100%.
and response.
Everybody was at home, focusing on their homes, working from home.
Yeah.
And they wanted to add something a little bit more nurturing, and maybe a houseplant brought that
Aesthetic
exactly
element.
aesthetic element. It added to that pizzazz, and people always want to like the new and best. So instead of collecting or shoes and handbags, people were buying houseplants.
Right. or farms.
There you go. Or farms. Yes,
Yeah, that was you.
That
You
was
went
us.
from Orange County down.
Yes.
So you are out here in Menifee, but you do a lot of markets right here in the Temecula Valley. And
Correct.
Menifee is our neighbor.
Yeah.
What do you like about the Wood Market?
Oh my gosh, I love everything about it. The community is the biggest thing, and that's what I love anything about out here. Marietta, Temecula, Menifee, and Wildomar. Yeah, it's such a community. It is so interesting being here, and I've never felt that anywhere I've lived, and I've lived a lot of places. It's just everybody supports each other. Everybody's rooting for each other. They support small businesses in ways that like they encourage you, especially the customers. The customers refer their friends, and that is the biggest compliment to a business owner ever.
It
It's
is.
like, oh, I love your product. I'm gonna share your product, and I'm gonna speak for your product, and it's a beautiful thing out here.
We do have something pretty incredible. Well, Andrea with Fawn Company is going to be with us for this June 7th event, 3 to 7. You can catch her and come get some houseplants, candles, or even infusers. Right? And she'll be there June, and then she'll also be with us July. So thank you for joining us today, learning a little bit about Fawn Company, and I love you guys.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.